Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with what's happening here on this channel. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for tuning in today. So this week I just want to share a word with you. And you may have read this scripture before. I know I have many times over, but for whatever the reason, when I read it this time, something just really stood out to me. And the passage of scripture is Proverbs 19:21, and this is in a New International Version. And it says, "Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails." And I don't know about you, but like I said, I have read this many times over. But something very key just stuck out to me this time when I read this scripture. And I just wanted to share that with you this week. So, only the plans that God approves will succeed. And I know many times in life we make our plans and we can be really diligent about our plans and doing a whole lot of things and feel like we're successful or we're succeeding. But along with that comes a whole lot of striving, a whole lot of toiling, a whole lot of stress. And it just kind of made me think about, are those the things that, God has approved of, or are those things that we're striving to bring to pass? And so as I read that, I was reading through some commentary and studying different things on it, and the Lord dropped something in my spirit. And he reminded me of a time where he had placed some things before, me and my husband, and, we had been praying about those things and praying about them. And, for a while we began to, work at them and do some different things or whatever, but it was beginning to be a little bit stressful. It was beginning to look like we were toiling, we were wrestling, we were striving. And so we began to pray. And as we began to pray, in agreement, we submitted that thing to the Lord. And we just trusted him to order our footsteps. We wrote some things down, we made some plans, and we just kind of left the thing alone. We left it alone, and we just said, hey, we're going to trust God, with all of this, because ultimately he is God, and we know what his word says. He says he will make our path straight. That means he's going to he'll move the obstacles out of our way. We don't know how, we don't know when, but we know he'll make our path straight if he's in it. And so we did that thing, and for a while, we went on. And one day I went into prayer, and I heard the Lord say to me, "You've made your plans, now keep them." And he reminded me of that as I read that scripture, and I said, wow, that's what made it stand out to me so much. Only the plans that God approves will succeed. So it was in that moment that God was giving me the head nod. He was saying, okay, I see you. You submitted it to me. You did what you were supposed to do. Move on. Go on. Move forward. Walk in faith. I'm in this, and I'm adding my purpose to it. The Lord's purpose will prevail in the thing. And so that's just my encouragement for you this week. Whatever it is that you put your hands to, whatever the thing is that you're wrestling with, you're toiling with, you feel like you got the plans for, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, but you just feel like you're striving, you feel like you're wrestling, you feel like you're doing too much in it all. Maybe it is your plans that are succeeding and not the Lord's purpose. Maybe it's time for you to submit the thing back to him. Maybe it's time for you to place it into his hand. Submit your plans to him and allow for his purpose to prevail in that particular thing. And so that's what we did. And when I tell you that God lines things up, he will put everything into place for you. That doesn't mean that succeeding or having success in the thing doesn't come without toil. And sometimes it comes with a little bit of stress. And, we do have an adversary. So he'll try to throw things in there to kind of make you feel, like something may be off. But if you trust God and if you're walking with him, if you've heard from him and you're hearing him, God will smooth that thing out. He will give you the assurance that you're going in the direction that he wants you to go in. And so be encouraged with that this week. Lay it all out before him. Submit everything that you have to him. Trust him with it. And be sure that you're inviting him in so that he can add his purpose to the plans that you've already made. I pray that this is an encouragement to you. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.